So in the dream, I remember all of a sudden it was a dream about the stock market, right? So the stock market came to my dream. The activities surrounding it, I'm not sure, but I remember the stock market was in my dream. And specifically, I had the Bitcoin was falling massively. But then someone in the dream told me that it's gonna fall all the way to probably around the 20,000, 26,000 mark, and then it's gonna rise back up. And then when it rises back up, after that, it's gonna fall all the way to $0.
So guys, this is what we've been waiting for this whole time. Yes, we've been waiting for a clear confirmation on the roadmap of the Bitcoin flash crash, especially the flash crash to zero. And now we have it as a result of this brother's revelation, this brother's very important dream that he had received from Yah. And I say confirmation because Yah had already given to me a couple of pieces of the puzzle, which I've shared with you guys several times already. I've shared with you even just recently that I was expecting Bitcoin to crash down to around the 49K area. And I also mentioned that if it does not have a bounce from that area, it's going to have a bounce around the $20,000 area. And I was saying that because Yah had also recently, or previously rather, revealed to me that we won't have that flash crash to zero until we see the manufactured spike. And in fact, the manufactured spike will be a sign of the Bitcoin flash crash to zero, which means that whenever we see the manufactured spike, it means that we can expect Bitcoin to flash crash to zero anytime after that. So as a result of that revelation, I wasn't expecting Bitcoin to flash crash to zero in its current crash that we're having. You see, I was expecting a bounce. I even mentioned it in recent videos about Bitcoin, that a bounce is coming from somewhere. I just wasn't sure where that bounce was coming from, if it was going to be from the 48 to around 49K area, or the $20,000 area. But as a result of this latest revelation, we are all now the wiser. And so now going forward, we'll now have an edge. We will have a clear advantage in the markets. And this, again, is all thanks to God. And you see, this is what will separate us from the majority that are out there in the markets, especially those that are dependent entirely upon technical analysis. They will miss out, because without divine guidance, you will definitely miss out. You can't rely entirely on technical analysis. That can only go so far. Yah had revealed that some of these moves that are coming in the markets will be as a result of black swans. And as a result, you can't rely on technical analysis. Otherwise, you will fail. So guys, let's quickly navigate this roadmap with everything that Yah had given to myself and some others. And that's why it's also very important that we rely also not on ourselves, but on our other brothers and sisters in Christ, because no one of us gets the whole picture. Yah gives each and every single one of us a piece or pieces of the puzzle. And when we come together, you see, we'll see more clearly the greater picture. So now, let's go through the roadmap, guys. This is very, very exciting, very exciting. So, based off of this revelation, it's a confirmation on what I've suspected. We're going to have a bounce somewhere. Now we know that it's around the $20,000 area. And put on top of this recent revelation, here's another comment that I just recently received as well on one of my recent videos. Now, in this year comment, this brother said that he saw a God candle to the downside that went all the way down to 20,000. He said that he saw Bitcoin at $20,000 flat. And that again, guys, that God candle to the downside is none other than that liquidation candle that I've been calling for quite a while now. I know that another liquidation candle is coming. I just recently mentioned it to you guys in one of my previous videos that I'm expecting a liquidation candle, the likes of which we've never seen anything, guys, in the crypto markets, in the history of crypto. And I'm still expecting it. And I'm thinking that this is none other than that candle. Perhaps we're going to have even several of them, you see, but they're going to happen at different times. But either way, I'm expecting this candle and I'm preparing for it. And it's perhaps going to be caused by a black swan. These candles usually, they love to take people completely by surprise. And it's going to shake out a lot of people out of their positions, especially these whales in these blue chips and Bitcoin. A lot of them, they're going to be shaken out. They're going to sell out of fear. These coins are going to capitulate, which means that they're going to sell at a loss. They're going to be forced to sell at a loss. I shouldn't use the word force, because it's actually, they're going to be selling out of fear because they believe, or I'm thinking that they're going to be thinking that Bitcoin and these other coins that they're heavily invested in, they're going to be thinking that they're going to be going to zero. That's what I'm thinking that they will be thinking at the time. They're going to be afraid of Bitcoin or the other cryptocurrencies that they're invested in going to zero. And as a result, they're going to jump out of their positions. They're going to sell out at a loss. And this also is going to work for our benefit. This is going to help cause the wealth transfer to occur, guys. So now this latest revelation of Bitcoin crashing down to around the 20,000 area also clears up a lot of other mysteries that we've had as it regards to the recent XRP paradox that I shared with you guys. I don't know how many of you guys have seen that video, but I've also recently discussed a paradox in the XRP low limit buy prices, that some people saw it crashed all the way down to from 9 cents to zero around that area. And others saw that it didn't go below 27 cents. And so that had created a little bit of a paradox, which this revelation now clears up. I have now a better understanding of why that is. And even as I've suggested in that video as well, that they may have happened at different times. And this clarifies that. You see, this confirms that thesis that yes, they will indeed happen at different times. The crash that we're going to have now with Bitcoin is going down to around the 20,000 area. The lowest potentially around its all-time low, which was around 16 grand, is what I'm thinking. Then we're going to have a bounce. Now, after this bounce for Bitcoin, we're going to have the manufactured spike. So this is the roadmap now I'm going over. In Bitcoin's crash down to the 20,000 area, we're going to have meme coin season at some point, either during that crash or while it has bottomed out. At some point during or while it is at the bottom, we are most definitely going to have meme coin season. The meme coins are the prophetic meme coins, that is, they're going to pop off, guys. So you want to be in position right now. Please do not play with your future, because this is very, very soon. Based off of where these coins are at, based off of where Bitcoin is at, and many of these blue chip coins, some of these prophetic blue chip coins, based off of where the prices of these coins are at, I can tell that the prophetic meme coins are very, very soon to take off. This is very near to being fulfilled. Hence why I even believe that Yah have me making this video right now. At some point during this crash for Bitcoin down to $20,000, or while it's at the bottoms, the prophetic meme coins will take off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some profits, not all, some profits from these meme coins after they had taken off. And then we're going to pivot into these prophetic blue chip coins, guys. Yes, because during the manufactured spike, these blue chip coins, including Bitcoin as well, all of these coins, but not only the blue chips, the prophetic meme coins will pump too. But regardless of all of that, the instructions is after these meme coins had pumped, we need to pivot into the prophetic blue chips, not sell all of the meme coins, not all of it. You're going to take some profits, more than 50% of the profits from the meme coins, and pivot into the blue chips. And then we're going to have the manufactured spike. Just like our brother mentioned, he saw that Bitcoin went up after it had crashed down to around the 20,000K area. That is the manufactured spike that he saw. That happened in the middle. This is coming very soon. So what you guys are going to want to do is you're going to buy into the blue chips after the meme coins had pumped. Then we're going to have the manufactured spike. Now, the manufactured spike, by revelation from Yah, will go up to at least $133,000. Now that price point is for me to know, I'm actually going to make a video whenever I see it, when that time comes, is for me to know that Anytime after that price, Bitcoin will flash crash to zero. Bitcoin will be headed to zero. But not only Bitcoin, all other cryptocurrencies will go to zero. So if I'm saying that all other cryptocurrencies will go to zero, does that mean that we should sell out of the prophetic meme coins like Kishu, Inu, BNB Tiger, Digimon Rabbit, etc.? No, it doesn't mean that. Except for those coins. We don't need to sell out entirely out of those coins because they're going to have pullbacks. They're going to have crashes, of course. But because of the prices that we got in, we are whales. So we can afford to only sell some of those coins while holding them for the long term because they won't finish with their pumps even after the manufactured spike. You see, so we're going to still need to just hold some of those coins even through the crash to zero, because when that time comes, even when the crash to zero comes, it's still going to force those coins higher. You see, and as a result of that second crash, the crash that's going to zero is going to push many of these coins up to $1. Kishu, Inu, that's what's actually going to boost and send those coins up to $1. Kishu, Inu, BNB Tiger, WikiCat, etc. You see, so it's going to be more than one waves. This revelation reveals why several of these coins have more than one waves. Shiba Inu, Lunk, and XRP. That's why they have more than one spikes. So what I'm thinking is during the manufactured spike, that's when we'll have coins like Lunk going up to around 1 cent. That's when we'll have XRP pumping up to around $15. That's when we have like XLM going up to $10. That's when we have like Theta going up to around $12. That's when we have like ADA or Cardano going to around $30. You get the picture, guys. Many of these blue chip coins will take off in the manufactured spike and they will pump extremely high. And so it will be very, very tempting for you to sell out before your time. Now, in the experience about the manufactured spike, it was shown to me clearly that we should not jump out before the time. That was a clear instruction that was given to me in that experience. You will need to exercise discipline to hold on until the right time for you to jump out. Because as a matter of fact, in the experience, I saw several people that had their seatbelts on in the plane that I was in, and the Spirit of God led me to unbuckle my seatbelt because I had it on at first, and to position myself at the back door, and I stood there with my crypto bags on my back. Now, the force of this rise of this plane and how steep it was going up and how fast, it caused the back door to be sucked off. So I positioned myself at the back door and my feet was blown off the ground, guys. So I had to hold on for dear life. Literally, that's what we're all gonna have to do, because some of us, we've never seen that amount of money in our accounts ever in our entire lives. So I'm telling you, many of you guys are gonna be tempted to sell out before time. Don't do that. Otherwise, you'll greatly diminish the amount that you can make in the wealth transfer. You're gonna need to hold on until the time comes when Yah reveals to you for you to come out. Because in the experience, I jumped out at the perfect time. I actually landed on my feet and I saw that Bitcoin was trying to clear a number. I don't know exactly what number it was, but it failed miserably. After I jumped out, I watched the plane proceeded to crash down on the side of this hill, the side of a mountain, huge mountain, and then it exploded. It was engulfed in a huge ball of fire and rolled all the way down to the bottom of the mountain. And the next morning, I saw that they were pulling out bodies of people that were unalived. Everyone that was in the market was unalived, and it was on the news. So the warning is to make sure that you hold on when this plane takes off. So when Bitcoin reaches all the way down to the bottom around 20,000, and like I said, potentially even 16K, somewhere around there, you're gonna buy in the blue chips, ride them all the way up. You have some ideas of some of the sell prices for the blue chips. I can perhaps go over that in another video. Then once it reaches up to those numbers, you're gonna jump out, because after that, Bitcoin and everything is gonna go to zero. Now, remember, you're still gonna need to hold some of your prophetic meme coins. Don't sell all of your prophetic meme coins. Hold some of them. Because even after Bitcoin flash crashes to zero, that crash is gonna also push them, is gonna help to push those coins up to $1. Because Bitcoin will then be taken out of the way and will create a vacuum temporarily. And so other coins will have to take its place. And these meme coins are gonna shine again for another season. And so that will be the order of how the liquidity will flow. There are many right now, many currently, guys, even as it was shown to me in the vision, they believe whenever the manufactured spike occurs, many people whom I believe that these people aren't the ones that are following Yah, they don't believe in the spirit of Yah, they're going to be wrecked, unfortunately. I saw them, they all had their seatbelts on because they thought that that the bull market is going to continue on forever, you see, which was not the case. And as a result, they're going to end up holding even during the crash all the way down to zero. They're going to be completely wiped out. So please, guys, pray for these people that are going to be wiped out, because it's definitely coming. So that is the roadmap, guys. Bitcoin is going to crash down to around the $20,000 area. And we're going to have meme coin season. We're going to take profits from the meme coins, buy into the blue chips after they've crashed down even further. XRP is going to crash further. Cardano, XLM, all of these, they're going to go down much, much lower. Then we're going to get in on them at the bottoms. Then we're going to ride them all the way up to the tops at these prophetic numbers, that some of which I've just mentioned. And it's going to be very crazy. It's going to be very, very exciting, guys. And then the warning is, do not think that the bull market is going to continue forever. You're going to need to take profits. You're going to jump out of these blue chips, all of them, guys, completely, all of these blue chips. You see, after XRP is pumped up to around $15, potentially $20, XLM up to around $10, perhaps, potentially even higher than that. And Cardano around the $30 area, potentially higher as well. When that time comes, Yahweh will make it known. But we're going to need to jump out, because afterwards, we're going to have the crash to zero, as it was shown to me so many times. That is the manufactured spike, and the manufactured spike is the ultimate sign of the Bitcoin flash crash to zero, which means that whenever we see it, we know that Bitcoin is going to zero next. Now, when Bitcoin goes to zero, will that be the end of Bitcoin? Most certainly not. After Bitcoin crashes to zero, it will then proceed to pump to millions of dollars, guys. Not only a million, millions with an S. Bitcoin will then go to millions of dollars. So that is the roadmap, guys. You all have it. This most definitely have put you guys at a very great advantage in the markets. And of course, it is my pleasure to share it with you guys so that you may also be the wiser and to position yourselves as best as you can and plunder the markets as Yah wants us all to do. So there you have it. If you don't entirely understand everything that I said, you can go ahead and rewatch the entire video so that it becomes clear. Even though I'm going to make other amendments to some of the things that I've said, I'm going to mention it again in other videos so that you guys are clear as to the roadmap going forward for Bitcoin. We're first headed down to around the 20,000 area. Prepare for that. And either during the crash down there or while at the bottoms, the meme coins are going to take off suddenly and unexpectedly. So for those who are thinking that you're just going to wait and jump in at this time, you may end up missing out. They're going to take off without warning and unexpectedly. So be positioned from now. So that's it, guys. I'm not going to make this video any longer. You guys, please take care of yourselves. Peace. Shalom. Until next time.